Okay.
Okay.
Here we are with another Saturday Night Live Zoom. We had to reschedule Keely, who was scheduled for today because she had power issues, no electricity, so of course no internet, and we rescheduled her for was in a couple of weeks or so, September 15th. But yeah, so we'll just have a usual Q&A family get together here. We have Margaret here joined us, and oh, we have Judith who just joined us. Hello, Judith. Margaret was sharing some interesting stuff with us just before we hit record. We believe that Margaret, from what we know from people with share, she's done the longest full master fast with 63 days.
Yeah, 63. Yeah.
At the age of 83, I don't think anybody's done that unless they have not shared with us. So you have the record for that.
I'm trying to get 108 this time.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, awesome.
Because I got all the fall days to go.
Right. Yeah, the fall's nice for fasting. Spring's nice. Winter's nice. All the seasons are nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you were mentioning you were studying natural hygiene?
I did.
For how long?
I took their course. I got their certificate. I got tons of certificates, you know. I'm ready to just toss them all because they don't mean anything.
Exactly what I say.
I went to Hippocrates too for 6 weeks.
Yeah, pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through all that, the natural hygiene. I did a lot of reading on natural hygiene for many years. Hippocrates, I know what they're all about. I've studied them, and many of the other places, and so on and so forth.
Dr. Young.
Yeah, Dr. Young, what's the other one? Tree of Life, so on and so forth. There's so many places out there these days. But I always found that fasting was my way to reset. No matter what anybody said, I went back to my fasting to find my peace.
Not so many people were talking about fasting, right?
No, water fasting. Natural hygiene is about water fasting. No enemas, no nothing, no supplement, no nothing. It's just let nature take its course, which we know these days we're not living in a natural environment anymore, and it's actually ludicrous to try and put somebody through a water fast, in my opinion, these days when we have so many tools to make it so much more easier and much more effective, as we've shown. So that's my 2 cents worth, but we're showing what's possible out there with a prudent system that has a very structured, very direct structure, so people can work with, and we've guided thousands of people over and over and over, and continue to do that. But it's very interesting that you've done, you said a 30 or a 40 and a 63?
I did a 30 and a 63.
63. Which one did you do first?
I did the 63.
First. Yeah. And what did you experience through these fasts?
I did the 30 about a month later.
Oh, wow. Really? Wow, that's close.
So 63 and then month break and then 30.
That's awesome.
Right? How did you feel with the master fast when you did the 63?
My energy was low.
Okay.
And I was trying to work through that, but I was good at sleeping.
Awesome.
Usually don't sleep very well?
Yeah. I
have
days where I don't sleep maybe 3 hours a night.
Okay.
So I have to take a nap.
Other
nap. This time though, I got indigestion yesterday and the day before. I don't know if it's the tea or what it is. I'm trying to body test to find out.
Yeah, that can happen when things start stirring up. Just use a little bit of baking soda in a small glass of the juice, like a half a teaspoon. When that happens, that'll help get you through that. but don't use it unless you need to use it. And that'll help you. But are you living on your own?
Pardon me?
You live on your own? Are you with
Yes, I
somebody?
do.
Yeah.
All by myself.
Amazing.
That's why it's easier for me to do this.
Right.
I mean, it's impressive what you're doing, like it's nice to hear a 3-year-old fasting, learning about cleansing, and also living on your own. You don't need help.
Awesome.
My family thinks I'm too skinny.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
I hear that. I've been doing this for 28 years and I still hear it. So,
But then I look at some of the girls on TV and they're as skinny as I am. So,
yep. Yep. You know what the thing is that when somebody, is family members and friends, they've seen you a certain weight for so long and then all of a sudden you start losing weight, you're too skinny.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you've always been that skinny, nobody says anything, right?
Yeah. They just, they refer to the change. They're like, how did this happen from this to that? It's too much, too fast. Maybe sometimes they think, but we don't look sick. Like when we're fasting.
I've seen a lot of very, very thin people that don't fast. Very thin people. They have challenges. They can't gain weight and so on and so forth. But there's lots of people out there that are very skinny. But these days, the norm is being overweight and inflamed. That's the norm.
Once we put some weight on, sometimes not eating the best food and not feeling great, that's for sure. We get compliments.
I did put weight on when I was up north because I was eating everything and anything, but it was all water weight. My legs swelled up. Yep, and it was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. You get up and you're doing your fast now.
Yeah, it's always best, to minimize your eating days. Never ever go back to 7 days a week. It's just too much food. It's too much food.
Yeah, but it's a trap. Once you start eating, you feel like you want to eat, right? It's harder to.
I was hungry all the time.
Yeah. The more you eat, the hungrier you get. The more you drink, the thirstier you get. It's so plain as day when you start fasting lifestyle. And people believe that they get energy from food. The answers start coming very clear that food does not give you energy. It's the absolute opposite. It takes your energy. But we're so conditioned to believe we need to eat food, so we eat it. And since we're eating it, let's enjoy it, but let's keep it clean. Let's keep it minimal, and we'll get through it. There's nothing wrong with eating, and most people are going to continue to eat, but we can minimize it, and that's the whole key. Let's minimize our eating days and take breaks, as many breaks as we can. The dry fasting. You mentioned you've been doing this for a while. How long?
I was eating for 8 weeks.
You're talking about
the
like dry fasting before master fast?
Yeah, you said you were practicing dry fasting for a while.
Oh, that was actually water fasting through hygiene. Yeah, that was only 1 day a week.
Natural hygiene. Okay, awesome.
For how long were you doing it?
Pardon?
How long were you doing it for?
I don't even remember. That was back in 1980. Yeah.
Amazing.
1980.
That's a long time. Almost 40 years, right?
Yeah, that's quite a while.
Good for you.
And you would do that for several years at 1 day a week?
No, not after that. No, that was probably only a couple of months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just kind of dropped out of the dry fasting and the water fasting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The water fasting's big with the natural hygienists. That's what they do. But we don't drink water. Are you drinking any water?
On one real hot day, I drank a little water because I had to kind of plenish myself. I thought I was really dehydrated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but otherwise, like when you're eating clean, you don't feel the need to drink water.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's what are we on to? About 5 years for me. It's barely drank and in all those 5 years, the past 5 years, maybe a couple of gallons of water total for me. You know, a glass here and there to try some other different water or something, but I don't drink water anymore. I only use it for washing, making tea. That's it. Swimming in, taking baths. Yeah.
What benefits did you have with the master fast when you did 63 days?
Um, I I don't know. I got my notes, but I don't remember too much. But it seemed to go quite well.
Yeah, in general,
Once you get on a schedule, that's the key, is getting a schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you have your schedule, it's very simple. Very simple.
Yeah.
That's why most people have no challenges doing the fast itself, the full fast. The challenges come when people go back to food.
Oh yeah. My tinnitus went away. My knees were good, and when I started eating, it all came back. My joints from all the grains. The grains really do it.
Oh yeah, the grains for myself, they do me in. I really feel it when I eat. If I eat any grains, they really do me in. So I stay away from them like a plague as much as I possibly can. Just very, very hard on my system. And this is how, you know, we like to keep things simple. And the understanding is there when we talk about obstructions. You put food in you and they become obstructions in your joints and you start feeling it everywhere. Those are obstructions that are in the way, stagnating and blocking energy, and actual physical obstructions start being built up by the foods we eat. And this is what causes all our challenges in physical health. So, you know, we fast, we remove them, and if you feel great, you know, we've had people that had 20, 30 years of pain, severe pains, and, you know, doing a full massive fast. Most people, when they reach anywhere between 60 to 90 days of the fast, they're usually all their pains are pretty much gone. That's what we found. Depends how severe. You know, everything disappears magically.
Mm-hmm.
But to maintain it after, this is the key: to clean, minimal eating, continue dry fasting. You know, stay away from 7 days a week of eating, and you know, stay on that path. Like that's why the mini master fast options are
Good lifestyle.
yeah, a lifestyle that you can make work for you, depending for different people. You know, some people like doing 1 week on, 1 week off. Some people like doing a few days a week. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. 1 month on, 1 month off, whatever. But it becomes your lifestyle, so you get into a routine and that you can live with and easily handle. It's going to be different for everybody. Everybody's going to be different because all the emotional things that come into play is the biggest challenge for everybody. Family, friends, coworkers that we have to interact with, so on and so forth. And as I've shared before, being on your own is much easier than when you have to interact with other people. Much easier. You don't have to worry about anybody else. Just stay on your own and
Do it when you're ready, yeah?
just let it ride. It's nice and easy.
What are you thinking for your lifestyle after this master fast?
The hybrid.
Yeah.
The hybrid. 1 meal a day. But I like my salads. That's the problem.
Salad?
Yeah.
Salad, yep.
Yeah, I love greens too. There's nothing wrong with them.
Especially when you do the master fast, you feel, because it's fruits, you feel like you want something savory, right? Because it's fruit juice. It's a Concord grape juice. So you feel like you want something savory. Something different. Right? So we crave the salad, like this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who else we have David back with us. Hi, David. Yeah. Anybody? So anything else you want to share, Margaret?
No, I'll let somebody else talk.
How are you feeling now, 2 weeks into the master fast? Do you feel already the benefit?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Good.
One day at a time.
I know it does take some time to get back on track, but it's nice.
Is there a reason why to take the pudding after the tea? Because I like to take it after a juice later in the day.
You can do it anytime you want. The way I structured for my timing, I have my tea. The tea and the tinctures gets absorbed pretty quick. A few minutes, then you can do the pudding. But if you want to do the pudding later on in the day with juice, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I like to do the enema before I take the pudding.
Yeah, that's fine. Some people will move the pudding till the evening time because they feel that's when the emotions start coming.
Yeah.
And like eating,
Yeah, like eating.
they'll do it in the evening. Whatever works for you, it doesn't matter. I just set mine up that way, and it works for me. So, like some people will do the pudding, but then you got to wait at least half an hour minimum before you do the tea and tincture. So it's better to do tea and tincture.
Oh, I do the tinctures and the tea first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Do it any time of day you like. Whatever works for you, it's fine.
And you do also tinctures later in the day, like last thing?
Pardon me?
Yeah, the tinctures, do you take them twice a day or once?
Twice a day, yeah.
Yeah.
I try to follow everything on the protocol.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how much water do you use for enema?
I have a bucket, and I fill that thing up maybe
2 liters.
I would guess 10 or 12 times at least.
Wow.
Ah, nice.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah.
The importance of washing is way underestimated out there in the knowledge of detoxification. This is the crucial thing that few understand. To move those obstructions out. That the fast is actually loosening up. The fast is doing that. So we want to get it out quickly as possible.
So it takes you a while to do enemas.
Just water.
Yeah, it takes you some time, right, to do it?
Yes, 45 minutes.
Okay, not too bad.
I find that when I take less, I don't get as much out, and then all of a sudden it'll come out after I take like the 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 bucket.
Yep.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I don't know where it's coming from, but all of a sudden it's there.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why keep washing. Do you ever go do colonics?
Colonics, yeah, I did it at Hippocrates, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. I haven't done it since, but I will probably at the end. I think I'll do it at the end.
Yeah, it's nice to go do, even 1 a month, or that, when you're on the fast, if you get something to go a better wash. But make sure it's a closed system. If you're going to go get a colonic and pay for it, I don't advocate the open systems, because you might as well just buy yourself a Colima board. It's very similar to a Colima board, the open system.
Yeah.
The closed system, there's much more water going through you than an open system. Much more.
I'll say. Somebody else can talk.
Yeah.
And I have a question. How much juice are you drinking a day?
I drink, it's about 2.5 liters.
Nice.
Perfect.
Nice. And how much dry fasting are you doing?
Well, the first one I did only 8 hours. I got really dizzy and really kind of sick-like, so I just broke it. But the next week, I was fine for 25 hours, 26 hours, I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah. And every day you do 12 hours this time?
12, sometimes 13. Depends how much I sleep in. Yeah, I stop at around 8 o'clock, and then if I don't do it till 9:30, that's like 13 hours.
And you're doing the weekly is 24 hours, right?
I do the minimum, yeah.
Yeah, and then the monthly, you're not doing it? You're not.
I haven't done the monthly, no,
Yeah, yeah.
no.
Yeah, so see what you can do slowly. Go a little bit.
I did, when I was on the 63, I did like, I guess it was 40 hours. It's the most I've gotten to.
Yeah. Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can expand it with a semi-dry, but as we have written in the
Little bit of-
protocol.
Yeah.
I did take a little tinctures
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, awesome. You're doing amazing.
I know. Wow.
Thank you. And
Impressive.
thanks for all your help too.
You're welcome.
Very impressive. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah. I'm very happy for you.
Your mic is very low.
Yeah. We're saying we're very proud of you. We're very happy. Like you're doing an amazing job.
Let's try it like this.
Oh, you're not gonna hear anything.
No, we can use this mic. It's a better mic. Hang on a second. It's not that we're gonna hear. I have to switch something. 1 second. Let me change my settings. Headset. Here. How about now? Can you hear us better? Can you hear us better now?
I can hear you. It's Rana, I can't hear as well.
1 sec. I can't hear now. Speaker headset.
I think she talks softer than you do.
Okay. How about now? Is it better?
Is it better now?
No, that's worse.
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 No, I don't think it's gonna work like that.
You were fine. You were fine.
We were fine. Okay.
Next time we'll give the microphone. Here.
That's-
How about now?
Yours is fine, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know where the microphone is on this thing, but
You don't know?
they can't hear you.
Yeah. It's probably,
I think she just talks softer.
yeah, I think so. But I don't know.
Yeah.
No, the microphone's down here somewhere.
Okay.
Anybody else want to join in? Judith, David. David's been quite a few of our
Zooms.
Zooms. Judith has been through a few. Hi guys, between fasts, been doing 30 on, 30 off. So far, so good. Awesome, David. Awesome. Great to hear. It's a lifestyle. This is what it's all about. You know, just think about that. You do that for 1 year, you've only eaten half a year in a whole year.
How do you find it, David? Is it tricky to be on off?
Starting,
It's always tricky.
the stopping and starting.
Yeah. You can type if you want.
This computer's hot.
Oh, it's pretty easy. Good for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. I find it tricky. Yeah, good for you. So you made like you got into a stable program where you feel comfortable. Very good for you. It's very important.
Excellent. Keep digging, as we say, keep digging. Nobody can do it for us. This is the beauty.
Will do.
We'll do. Awesome, David. Judith, anything to share? You're hiding up on us too.
Michelle.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Excellent.
Congratulations, guys.
Okay.
You
Thank
looked
you.
amazing
Thank
on
you.
all those pictures. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just did last week 5 day dry fast. Dry,
Yeah, yeah, I remember
because
reading.
yeah, I needed like a real reset, a strong reset because I tried so many times just going back on a juice, and then doing maybe 1 week or 2 weeks, but somehow I just couldn't stay on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I took a week off from work because I've got I'm doing a lot of hours, like double shift, and then it's a very stressful job as well.
Oh yeah.
So I needed a break, and then so I decided to do 5 day dry fast, and it really, really helped me a lot.
Of course.
Really, really, because I broke on I think it was Saturday, last
Mhm.
Saturday, and I follow the full master fast protocol. But like you said, the first day I was sipping on a tea only. I didn't drink much. Maybe I had 3 cups of tea during the whole day.
Mhm.
And then after that, the next day I did juices, then a little bit of juice and the tea. Then from Monday I did the full master fast protocol. So I think it was the best thing I could do for me, just to get myself back into a better way
Food is
of
always the road for challenges for people. Always.
yeah. It is. It's unbelievable, because after those 5 days, I mean, everything's changed. My skin, my hair,
Yes.
my everything, and I couldn't believe it because I was the same as well. I had so many. I could feel my ligaments. I was so heavy. My mind, everything was just like nightmare, nightmare. It just 5 days. Well, I was in bed. I have to say, I only had the energy very early in the morning to do outside and do a little bit of trampoline, and then all day long I was just in a bed, and then my kidneys were like, they were pumping. It was really, really painful.
Mm.
Yeah,
That
but I
was
was very, very weak physically, extremely weak.
was that your longest master fast? I mean,
Right.
dry fast?
Yeah, well, I actually did just 5 days dry fast in the past as well. I think it was last year when I was in Thailand, but I didn't know, no, 2 years ago, Nerina, but I didn't know anything about master fast. So it was not safe the way I did it now, no.
Mm. Yeah.
Plus, I broke it with like coconut water, and sweat away and
Yeah.
everything when I was in Thailand. So I did it, but I didn't have a good result straight away after.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even it was just fruit and coconut water. It was not a very good benefit from it the after. But like from today, I'm still feeling amazing, and I feel like I'm getting more and more energy every single day.
Yes.
And I can feel the difference as well. And everybody, it's funny because when I'm opposite to you, Rana, when you said that you put on weight and people think you look good, they say you look good. I'm the opposite. People think, oh, you look so tired. What's going on?
No,
I'm like, I had some food last night. That's why.
Gino knows I look tired. The other people don't.
Yeah.
It's like,
But
yeah,
straight away, they say, oh, you don't look as fresh and as, when you were a few months ago. I was like, yeah, thank you.
It's funny you bring that up. Like, a lot of people dry fasting out there, but few miracles and results are happening because they don't really understand what fasting is. They don't have that understanding that it took me many, 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 many years to start to understand it. Just start to understand. We're just learning, and the whole process and structure of master fast is a lot of years of experimenting on myself to put it in a way where it's simple and effective. This is the whole key. And you know, um, people think they know better. Well, I've been through all the other ways, and I haven't seen anything work anywhere near for what we're doing with MFS. It's just awesome. what we can
Yeah.
achieve. The dry fasting really shines when you clean out the GI tract. It really shines. When your GI tract is full, all the dry fast is doing is trying to burn up all the crap in the GI tract. That's where all the focus goes.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't fun dry fasting with a full GI tract. When you
Yeah.
empty out your GI tract and then you start dry fasting, then we see what happens, master fast.
Yeah.
So
And
this,
you can keep the water in anyway.
yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It's you're as you move along this lifestyle, Judith, it will become more and more clear. We were talking earlier about how these obstructions are coming from foods, physical foods. It starts on the emotional, but in the physicality, it comes through that act of eating.
Yeah.
We feel it in our body, and we're going, "Wow, man, this doesn't feel good." Like when you're on a full master fast, it doesn't feel good because
Even fruits doesn't feel good anymore.
I know
It's hard
exactly.
to know where it's.
That's crazy.
Because you've opened up the plasmatic vacuum tube, what I call it. You've opened it up, and it wants energy, not matter. That's the difference. So we learn to love less, and we obtain our energies from everywhere but food. Food is just for pleasure if we choose to eat. It's not a necessity anymore. It's just a belief system that we need to eat, and it's a time for us to enjoy. But we learn to limit it, because if we overdo it, we're not going to feel good. It's very clear we're not going to feel good. Once you open up that plasmatic tube, it's very difficult to go back to your old ways of eating. You're going to feel horrible if you go back to 7 days a week eating. I don't care what it is.
Yeah. I mean, you were saying that it starts emotionally, but I feel like, who knows how it starts?
Oh, we do know.
It's an obstruction.
Yeah, but the intent and emotion is how creation starts. That's how all creation starts. Intent. First is the thought, then intent and emotion puts it into manifestation and matter. So even what we're doing in everyday lives is the same process. We can't escape creation. That's why I say,
I feel they are all connected. It's very difficult to separate emotions from physicality.
No, they're intertwined. It's all intertwined.
Yeah, I feel the emotions come from the parasites.
That too.
Parasites are feeding on the wound.
That too.
And the matter.
That's a whole other thing. At the end of the day, we do have the power of the intent and emotion to overcome the intent and emotion of lower life forms. We call them lower life forms, but they're more intelligent than us. They don't break natural law and universal law. They go in sync with it. The only time they do is because of man's interference in their system, in their environment.
We go back to what it's not about higher and lower.
Yeah, we're all equal, actually.
We just go back to what we're meant to be,
Mm-hmm. But it's always interesting to listen to people's experiences, and it's amazing to see how people start to, what's the word I'm looking for? How their awareness starts to expand when they start fasting as a lifestyle. It's just very, very clear how the 3D foods affect us. I'm not saying for everybody to stop eating, but we can sure limit it, that's for sure, and keep fasting. Just keep fasting, because fasting is the gateway to higher forms of energy. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with abstinence. That's the ignorance out there on fasting. It's through, your body starts consuming itself through this, that, and the other thing.
Margaret said that when we eat, that's when we're hungry. So it's definitely not about the lack. I mean, it's about abundance when we're fasting. When we're fasting, we're more full, we're more satisfied than when we're eating. So now, I say the lack is when we eat. It's not when we fast. When we fast, we feel completeness again. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Judith,
Can you open the light, please?
yeah. Judith, I wanted to ask you, what
Yeah.
are you thinking for the lifestyle afterwards? Because to me, that's the most important question.
That's where everybody fails.
Well, master fast, I want to have a master fast as part of my life. Like Gino says all the time, it's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a diet, it's not a clean, it's not a detox, it's a lifestyle. And then, and for me, actually, the dry fast window really resonated to me when I went back to food. Because when you're on a master fast, it's kind of easy if you don't drink too much juice. I mean, you still have your energy, clear mind and everything. But when you go back to food and you give up on a dry fast, oh my God, that's where the nightmares start. So for me, the dry fast, absolutely, it's number one. And my goal because I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself after the first master fast, the 108 days. I thought I would be able to do it just like that, but no, it's a lot of work to do and to go through a lot of challenge, like experience it to understand exactly what we need to change and what our body really need actually to thrive at its best. So I'm still in London right now, and then I've been doing the master fast since I broke my 5-day dry fast, and then I'm going to Australia next month. Then from there I will do another probably 60 days of master fast, including the colonics and everything.
Nice.
Because I will have a better lifestyle and money wise will be easier as well for me there and less hours. So then from there, my goal is to do just the weekly, one day a week. Because I managed to do it for two months after my 108 days, and it was amazing.
You mean eating one day a week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes, the weekly. Yeah, it was really, really amazing. And then I went to celebrate my birthday, and we went to a raw vegan restaurant, and that way everything went down from that moment. Because I allowed myself to have, all the cheesecake and then salad with a little bit of dressing on it and blah blah blah. And after that, yeah.
That's it.
So yeah, my goal is to do the master fast weekly, and yeah, absolutely, master fast need to be part of my life because I'm completely another person and I have another lifestyle that I feel more fulfilled. And then yeah.
So the clarity is coming through now of your understanding of what's really going on. Before people are just so many questions with this, that, and the other thing, and they're looking to kind of blame things because they don't have the understanding of what's going on, the changes. It's actually a metamorphosis that's happening. Once you go 108 days, that's when the journey starts. After the 108 days.
When you do 108 days, you're not going to like food again.
Yeah.
And this is where we're going to see, the people who continue or the people who fall off and choose to go back to their old ways. We see it very clearly. But it's all okay because we all have free will to do whatever we want. But slowly but surely, if somebody wants to go back to their old ways, they could do it. It'll take some time. It'll take them maybe about a year to plug themselves up back to where they were, maybe sooner, maybe a little later for some. If they do it slowly, prudently, they can get back to where they were very quickly. Very quickly. It won't take too long because the body, the emotions have memory, and it'll build it up pretty quick.
I mean, I don't think any of us will forget. Those who did 40 days or more, we tasted, the beauty of fasting and the beauty of letting go of food and the freedom that comes with it, Yeah, so I think there will always be appreciation. I don't think we will forget easily the experience. We fall off for sure, and but I don't think it's easy to forget.
Yeah, no. But even now, sometimes when I'm surrounded with food around me, or when I'm gonna go somewhere to meet friends where there's food, I'm like, oh, oh. I need to be ready. But
Bring
it's,
juice with you.
I know.
yeah. I want to get my juice with me and my pudding. Even now, when I go out with friends for dinner, I just take my pudding.
Yeah.
I know it's not the best time to take it, last thing of the day, but at least you make me feel like I've got something and I don't focus too much of what other people are eating.
Yeah, it's fine if
So,
you take it at the end of the day. I've tried it both ways. For me, when I did it, I found it better for me in the morning, but some people find it better in the evening, or last thing or whatever. I don't know, whatever. As long as you're getting it in that one time of day, it's fine. If you also, a very occasional glass of wine, no big deal. Mix some grape juice in, it tastes great. Don't worry about it.
Socially.
It's still grape juice, put a little bit of lemon in it. And away you go.
It's not, as long as it's still you're drinking, you're not, and it's wine. It's just fermented grape juice. Like I wouldn't do anything else, and I wouldn't overdo it because you can easily get dehydrated when you overdo wine. Like a glass of wine once in a while, socially, it's fine. And you will not care to drink more.
If you make the herbal wine, would be even better. The herbal wine. I
like
love
a
the herbal
tincture.
wine.
Yeah, it's like another tincture.
That's what is it? I was reading the Chinese used a lot of wine tonics with herbs for many thousands of years. So
Do they drink wine?
Wine tonic.
Wine tonic.
Yeah, herbal wine. Herbal wine.
Cool.
So yeah, it goes back a long way. The wine tonics or herbal wine, whatever you want to call it. Very, very nice when you put the magic of the spirit of the herbs in the wine, in the alcohol. They really shine and can help us. Much more powerful putting herbs through alcohol than it is taking dried herbs. Much more powerful.
I found it also easier to socialize when we are on the massive fast than when we're eating, like let's say raw food. I found it much easier to socialize because the energy will be higher, right? When we're eating, we feel tired, so you can't socialize as well. And the most important part is that you're full. Okay, everybody around you is eating and they're still hungry. And if you eat, you're gonna be like them.
And they feel tired after.
Yes. When you're drinking the juice, and drink extra, when you socialize, because you don't want any cravings whatsoever. So maybe drink 3 liters instead of 2, right? Just to keep yourself busy while they're eating. You have something, or dry fast or whatever, But yeah, you feel full. You feel full and energetic. I mean, what else can we ask for?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you said I could believe you said you're moving to Australia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm moving back because I was there like 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago. Then I left and I went to live in New Zealand, then in Thailand, then I did a bit of traveling. Then I ended up back in Europe, because I grew up in Europe, but in Belgium. But right now I'm in London, and I did my fast in London. So I actually started my fast on the 27th of August last year. So it will be a year soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What part of Australia?
Sydney.
Sydney. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'll be able to do like a weekly colonic, which is going to be good for me because I never done any colonics, and I'm kind of struggling with my enemas. I do them every day, but there's not much coming out.
How much?
And then when I was on a master fast, the 108 days, I think it took me like maybe nearly 2 months to getting stuff coming out of.
Wow.
Yeah.
Water are you using to wash?
4 liters.
Yeah, use more.
Yeah.
I can't. Nothing is staying there when I use more.
Like you mean you leave? It comes out?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already struggling to do 4 liters, really.
Yeah, but you're not holding it all at once. You put it in, empty, put it in.
Yeah.
Still leaking. Yeah, the only
Yeah.
reason you're leaking is because it's blocked.
You're blocked.
inside.
You have blockages,
So
energy blockages.
so more enemas, energy and physical, everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I just
Yeah. So the solution is more enemas, more washing to remove the blockage.
no.
I know it's
Okay.
hard, but.
Yeah.
And how much plasma pudding are you taking?
I'm taking 3 or 4 spoon, depends.
Tablespoons?
Tablespoons, yeah.
Yeah, maybe take 2 for a bit until you're less blocked.
Okay.
Yeah, and then yeah, I would do at least 6 liters of enema a day. Even if you leak, it's okay. Usually we leaked with the first one, with the first enema.
Yeah.
And if you feel it's too much pressure, stop before it becomes extremely too, before you start leaking. So stop
Okay.
the flow and wait
Yeah.
for a minute or something like that, like half a minute, 1 minute. And then once the feeling is gone, you can start again and take the whole 2 liters if you can. If you can't, get up and continue.
Yeah.
Get a Colima board.
Or get a Colima board, which is,
Okay.
I love Colimas. Now that I live with Gino, I do Colimas. I don't do any more enemas.
Yeah, but I was planning to get a Kalema when I've been in Australia because I don't want to buy anything because I have to carry everything back on the other way.
It's like a surf.
But yeah.
Traveling with a surfboard.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it through customs.
Who did
What
that?
is this?
Remember who did that?
Yeah, somebody did.
Yeah, it's Johnny, also from Australia, right?
Yeah.
He was traveling in
His
Europe.
Colima board.
And I think in Italy on the trains from one train to another with his Colima board. And he was acting so cool. Nobody knows.
That's a good way. Gino, I think it was in the last Wednesday Facebook Live.
Uh-huh.
Someone talked about turpentine.
Turpentine, okay.
Yeah. And I looked on a Masterfast system and there was a lot of comment, but like for a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
So I know it's not part of the protocol of the Masterfast, but if you want to add that into your, is it going to help to cleanse the body or not really? What is your opinion on that?
Some people, they feel they have benefit from it. Some people don't. It's just like any other herb.
Okay.
I'm myself, I use it, I like using it externally. Mix it 50-50 with castor oil. I use it externally. And we also have it on the pet protocol for external use and stuff, for cuts and stuff. It works great. Internally, I'm not a fan of oils. I'm just not a fan of oils. It's basically an essential oil of the Christmas tree. And like I said, some people, they say they got all kinds of benefits, and then others, nothing. The key is always the same, is the art of subtraction. And herbs are there to support the physical, the emotional, and the spirit. That's what the herbs are there for, to help remove blockages physically, emotionally and spiritually. There's blockage, energy blocks. So we're using the herbs to help us in that sense. And I've never ever seen one miracle herb. I've never seen it. It doesn't exist. Even though people make these claims, I've not seen it. Sometimes you'll see people taking one herb and they get benefits. For example, cannabis, CBD oil. It stops people from having it stops seizures in its tracks for some people. Not everybody, but if they stop taking it, the seizures don't stop. Why?
They come back.
Because they haven't solved the root and the seed problem.
Yeah.
It's being used as treatment-based thinking. So it's good, you help people stop the seizure with a natural product and so on and so forth with no side effects and all that's excellent. but you're not solving the root and the seed cause. This is
Yeah.
what we're about. We're about getting to the root and seed cause.
Yeah, I mean, like on the Master Fast protocol, we're using the herbs, but we're not just using the herbs.
We're using,
We're doing a whole system. Like there's fasting, there's
yeah.
washing your colon.
Every part of the system is crucial
Yeah.
for safety and effectiveness. Like the Last Supper 12's got like about over 150 herbs in it, depending which male or female. It's over 150 herbs, different herbs.
Mm.
So relying on one herb, for me, it doesn't make any sense. People make all these claims they want. It's okay. But like I said, every herb has a use and a purpose. So let's use them prudently. If you want to try adding turpentine, that's up to you.
Yeah, I like turpentine.
You can add it, but I use it
on the
externally.
outside, yeah. On the outside, if you have any kind of allergy or something.
Like any kind of
Like cold
sores and stuff.
It's very effective.
Yeah, like if you have some even in your mouth, you can
Ulcers as
rinse
well.
it with a 50-50 castor oil, small amount, half a teaspoon or so, teaspoon, and spit it out. But there's uses for it, and making it part of the protocol, there's no purpose for it.
It's just it's a little bit too powerful to add it to the Master Fast because we don't want to be responsible. It's a little bit too powerful.
Okay, thank you.
For people to learn on their own how to use it.
People gotta be responsible for themselves.
Absolutely.
To make their own choices. There's a lot of controversy with turpentine itself. If you read all about it in the medical stuff, about how dangerous it is.
Yeah, I saw that. And they say it's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
If you touch it, you have to run to the hospital.
Yeah, kidney failures, and there's all kinds of stuff was written about it. So if somebody wants to try it, go for it. It's up to you. If you feel you're okay with it, just make sure it's pure gum spirits 100%. That's what you need to make sure. But externally is very safe. Even internally, I've tried it internally. I haven't seen any miracles happen with myself. Even with ozone, people make all kinds of claims of miracles. I've done ozone in every which way and form, and I've never seen miracles happen with me, and not because of the lifestyle I live. When somebody's living a very, very toxic lifestyle, it's anytime you add powerful herb or something, you're going to see some changes happening, or they change their diet in any way, shape, or form. You're going to see some changes happening. But none of these are focusing on seed and root cause. We're focusing only on the seed and root cause and results. How do we get the results? Because we're focusing on changing the whole lifestyle from A to Z. And that's the key. That's the master key, where you're going to unlock it. Once you get through the 108 days, you open the doors. What are you going to do? The doors are wide open now. What are you going to do? You're going to close them, or are you going to keep walking through? That's why the journey starts at 108 days.
Yeah, there are some people who use also turpentine for the parasites. And, again, we always go back to the cause of why are the parasites there? I have many clients who come to me, they're doing parasitic cleanses and herbs and diets and stuff like that. I tell them, they ask me, what do you think? Well, I tell them that I believe the best thing would be to clean up the waste inside. So wash your colon and clean up if you want to do the Master Fast. And the most important thing is to stop the cause, right? And that's the obstructions, the food that obstructs us. So eat foods that move through you, so you don't have so many blockages inside, which feed the parasites.
Yeah, the number one thing that we all need to, the first line of defense for anything, doesn't matter what it is, the enema bag. Never leave home without it. If people would do enemas every day for the rest of their lives, they're only going to get benefit from it, even if they're eating, because they're helping remove the backed up food in their system, which is causing all the problems. I don't remember who said it, it was the last call or something. I ate this and then I felt this. It's always that's the way it always. After eating something, you feel something, and people don't put two and two together. That's the cause by what you put in your mouth. So the enema bag, and I can't stress it enough how important enemas are. You can do one for every day for the rest of your life. It's only going to help. Simple thing. First line of defense. That breath work, acupressure points. When you have nothing else, you just have your enema bag. You can do quite a bit just on that. Stop eating, of course. The first sign that your body doesn't want food is any problems in the teeth, anywhere else for that matter. But as soon as you have any pains in the teeth anywhere, you're eating too much. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
It's true.
So your body's telling you stop eating. You got it.
Acidity in the mouth.
It's blockage, energy blockages. Yeah.
Yeah.
What time are we at? About an hour. So if there's anything else, we can wrap it up and go for next week. We have somebody next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have scheduled up for a few weeks now.
Yeah, until October 6th.
Yeah, we've been pretty busy, so we haven't been able to schedule anything. But all is well, Judith. Your awareness will expand more and more with each fast you do. Anytime you're in trouble, stop eating, get the enema bag, go on a dry fast. That's your reset, and go from there. It doesn't matter what, who, where, when, why, whatever, what anybody else says. You have the answers. It's so simple. People are going to tell you you're deficient, this, that, and the other thing, and you need to go try them. You're only so far with that addition mentality. It's always the art of subtraction that's going to help you.
You said, when you dry fasted, and that's like you removed pretty much everything. Your hair got better, your skin got better. So
Yeah.
You're tapping into that pure nectar of God, that source of energy that can't be replaced with matter. You can't. It's impossible. It's that nectar of God is the source of all that we need. We just have to believe it.
Yeah, that's true. I think I would never believe it if I didn't go through that experience, of going back to food and needed to do a dry fast, because I really felt like I was like a rubbish bin. My body felt like, seriously, I was just disgusting from everything, from my pores and my skin and my nails. And I was not even eating, even meat or anything like that. No dairy, nothing, but still. But yeah, after 108 days, you just can't go back. Because if you go back, you can, but you're just going to suffer all your life. That's how I felt like it was just, numbing myself, actually. That's how I felt like. I was just numb all the time and no connection.
Yeah. But this is how most people are living their lives. When I look back, way back before my fasting, I'm going, my goodness, how did I live like that? It was a numbed out state. That's what we see. That's most people choose to stay in that numbed out state. And it's very clear because alcohol, drugs, and food are all-time consumption more than ever in the history of man, I believe.
Yeah.
Whether it's street drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, food as a drug, it's at all-time high. People just plug themselves up to numb themselves out because the physical pain is better than the emotional pain to be released, and that's what they choose. So.
But it's a hard journey. To be honest, I think it's the most hardest journey I ever had in my whole life, because, it's just so much. You like you say, you have to change everything.
Everything.
It's the belief.
Everything, the belief, exactly. And then even the belief are there. You still, sometimes I remember even just 2 days before my 5-day dry fast, okay, I'm going to eat. Well, I ate only fruits, but I just overate on dates and bananas. And I was lying on my bed. I was like, why did I do that? I can't even move anymore. Yeah. And my belly is hurting like crazy. But you just feel like, you have to to enjoy for the last time, but now you don't enjoy it because it's pain at the end.
Yeah. You know, 3 years, I'm still here. I'm saying the same thing. I'm changing the words a little bit, simplifying it. I'm still here. Same thing over and over. It's a lifestyle from the start, is all we keep saying. But people come and go. Some of them return. And, you know, once you have the experiences, because the experiences is more powerful than all the PhDs and all the paperwork on this planet put together.
What people say.
Once you have the experience, then you start understanding, and you're going to have many of these experiences, and the understanding becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. And you can choose to ignore it and choose to blame and this and that. You're not going to resolve anything. But when you sit back and release and let it be, and just look at what's happening, and learn to understand what the body's telling you, because it happens very easily when it's clean. The senses open up and they're talking to you all the time. So we choose a lot, you know, most of us choose to numb it out. We don't want to feel. Oh, you're too sensitive. We hear that statement a lot. You're too sensitive. What do you mean you're too sensitive? What are they put there for?
I have
To shut off the
feelings.
sensitive senses? No, they're there because there's a purpose for these senses. You know, in the coal mines, they used to have the little canary, and you know, when it died, they knew they had to get out of there because canary was more sensitive than the humans. So we have senses. It's just that we've numbed them out to the point that we can't feel anymore. And once we start opening them up, we think there's something wrong because we're too sensitive.
Yeah, that's true. At the end of my 108 days, I was crying all the time for all the critics that I was getting to. And then I remember the last week of 108 days, it was like very, very overwhelming for me.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it was like, poof.
It doesn't matter how many people's story we hear. It doesn't ring true until we experience it a few times. I've seen it over and over for 3 years now. And many years before that, it wasn't master fast, but always in fasting. I've been always in fasting. So it's just, there's not an understanding of really what fasting is out there. It's very, very much in ignorance of fasting generally. And I'm talking about the whole planet. There's very few people who have a true understanding of what fasting is.
But people think that you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
When you do that, there's no even way. Even if you try to explain to them, they just close the mind. They just like, no, you need this, you need that. And then I remember even when I was on my fast, the dry fast last week, I had a girlfriend of mine say, oh my God, stop doing that, you're gonna die. I was like, yeah, thank you.
Especially older people, and it's tough because you kind of have to, you know, reply back, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Margaret is doing amazing.
Who is
Margaret?
Oh man, of course. We were shocked.
She's doing amazing.
We're so proud of you, Margaret.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right.
Oops, sorry.
So we're all on track to allow the metamorphosis to reveal itself and continue to make changes. That's all we can do. So if anything else, or we'll wrap her up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And let's call it another day for Saturday Night Live Zoom, a family get together. And we'll see everybody either on Wednesday or next Zoom call. And it's been a pleasure having you guys participating to inspire us and inspire others. And, you know, as we say, sharing is part of healing. So we
help each other.
Yeah, people will start to understand as they share how important it is to share, to let that stagnation flow.
and helps us also stay on track, you know, like it's okay to fall, but you know, just, you know, stay updated.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll keep that plasma love flowing, and we'll see you on the page. Ciao.
Love you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Love you too. Bye.
Bye, Margaret.
Bye, everyone. David.
Bye.
Mhm.